What's up, everybody? Welcome to Latinx Now, where we dive into the entertainment world with our Latin goggles. I'm Nastassja Bolivar.
I'm Christian Acosta.
And I am Claudia Vergara. And Christian, I know that this week you did an amazing interview. Tell us everything about it.
Yeah, I talked to Alex Meneses, who actually has really done a great job of representing the Latino community with all of her different projects, not only as an actress, but also behind the scenes as a producer. So got to chat down with her a little bit during this quarantine time, and she shared a lot with me. So let's check it out. All right, Alex, thank you so much for chatting with us today. Now, of course, the million-dollar question: how are you handling this quarantine, self-isolation, this social distancing time?
Yeah, it is. But, you know, we are homebodies. My daughter is my 8-year-old daughter, my fireman boyfriend. We like to be at home. And so it's fine. And we have a pool. You know, you live in LA, you live in Miami, you have to have a pool. So she's playing in the pool. She's not really homeschooling like she's supposed to, so that's a challenge. You know, I'm trying to get her in the house all the time, and she just wants to go swimming or play with her dogs or, you know, all that stuff.
That's cute.
I'm cooking more, exercising a lot for anxiety, and because I like to exercise, I'm jogging a lot more. I'm doing a lot of yoga.
Right. Good for you. That's great.
Yeah.
But in regards to your old daughter, for any parent that's watching us right now, you know, what in regards to what's happening, you know, with the world right now with this crisis, what have you shared and what have you not shared, you know, with your daughter?
Right. And I think, that's important. That's a very good question. I don't let her watch the news because the news is very sensationalized, you know, and whether you believe it's fake or real or this or that, there are a lot of opinions, but there's a lot of hysteria.
Alex, and you know, let's get to your career, which is just fantastic.
Aww.
You know, I want to start off with, if you know, if I did my research correct, you have a Latino but European background as well, right? It's like a mix.
Yes.
And so talk to us about that, because you know, it's interesting. I was born in the United States, but my parents are Colombian. But I've sort of had this dual sort of, you know,
your parents
growing
are
up
from
and
Colombia?
being from Colombia, right? Both of them are Colombian, but I've had this dual upbringing, right? In the sense where it's like two countries at the same time. How's that impacted you? Because that's a strange mix, Latin and European.
I know. My father's from Mexico City. He's very, my father was the strongest, you know, worker, the hardest worker I ever met in my life. And I mean, I think it's because I came from immigrants, you know, yo vengo de las inmigrantes, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so that has a lot to do with work ethic, you know, no complaining. You just keep working. Gracias a Dios por mi trabajo, and that's it. You keep going. So I get a lot of that from my dad. My mom's Ukrainian. But you know what? They met in Cuba. My parents met in Cuba. Yes.
Wait, tell us about that. I want to hear about this.
My God, their love story is so big. They met in Cuba right before it turned, and you couldn't enter in 1959. Gotcha. And they met at a party, and my father fell nuts crazy in love with my mom. She went back to Chicago, where she was from, and he followed her.
Wow, that's beautiful. I love that.
I know. It's so beautiful.
That's beautiful. It really is. It's a gorgeous story.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. And now you've got a fireman fiance. So, you know, it all works out beautifully. It all works out beautifully.
Yeah.
You know, Alex, so in regards to your career, I think it's so interesting because you could have very easily had taken more of the general market route in Hollywood, yet you've represented Latinos so well for so many years with all of your different projects, your different acting projects.
Thank you.
How important was that? Has that been for you to, you know, really hone in on your Latin roots?
Well, it's hugely important, you know, because it was because I was very ambitious and I wanted to just work as much as possible, of course. And I tried to look for great parts that represented Latinos and Latinas in a positive light. And now that I'm older, it's even more important, and I'm producing a lot more and telling my story. I have a lot of stories, and it's very important for Latinos to tell your stories, because we have a lot of stories. I just told you one about my parents. I mean, that's a movie, you know?
Yes, yes, I would see that. I would see that.
So that has been always a driving force in my life. And also so my parents were proud of me, because they wanted me to do whatever I wanted to do. And my family in Mexico was different. They knew that I was going to be a model or an actress, and they're like, you know, no, that's not the route you want to go. But my father, he's like, I trust you. I love you. You do what you want. And so I wanted to make them proud also.
Love it.
You know?
I love it. I love it. I love it. And speaking of making them proud, actually, so this project, The Wall of Mexico, tell us about that, because, I mean, this sounds fascinating.
It's very cool. It's a very sexy movie. It's not what you might think, The Wall of Mexico. It's about this family, this beautiful, hermosa mexicana familia, educada, but we never age. And we never age. And
give me that secret.
I know, right? Botox. No, maybe we have something like the Fountain of Youth on our property, and we live in the middle of the desert. We have this beautiful hacienda, and people start stealing the water, and so we make una pared. We make a wall around Mexico, because all of our neighbors call us the Mexicans. And
right.
You know, if you work at our hacienda, you're going over to work in Mexico, going to work with them Mexicans. You know, so we're called Mexico, and we make a wall around us, and craziness ensues. And Isa Morales plays my husband. Jackson Rathbone plays the hired hand that we hire, and he doesn't know what's going on with his very weird family. And my daughters are Carmela Zumbada and Marisol Sacramento.
I love it.
Gorgeous girls.
Yes,
great cast. Great cast.
Absolutely. And with you to top it all off, it's fantastic.
Hello. So
for sure.
We're opening in August, and it's going to be, it's beautifully shot, and it's just like, it's very cool. It's a little scary. It's very groovy.
I love that. I love that. And, you know, cool. So we'll definitely be checking that out. Now, speaking of, you know, incredible cast and incredible people to work with, I know you've worked with Eva Longoria in the past. And so, you know, of course, can't pass up the opportunity to, you know, just ask you what it's like working with Eva Longoria. I've heard nothing but incredible things. I haven't had that honor yet, that pleasure yet. So please just tell us about it.
Well, yeah, you hear incredible things about Eva because it's true. You know, when you don't hear a lot about somebody, it's because, you know, why don't they talk about that person? But Eva is, what can I say about her? I love her to death. I've known her forever. When I got my daughter came into my life, I sort of retired. You know, I was lucky enough, not everyone is lucky enough. I was lucky enough where I was able to retire for a little while and take care of her. And Eva came into my life, or how old was Stella? She was like, I don't know, 4 or something. And she said, listen, I got this project. You need to play this part. You're the only one that can play this crazy woman part. And so, yeah, she brought me back in. And to work for her is an honor because she's very fair. She's very businesslike. She's not like jealous and snooty and makes her decisions that way. She makes her decisions on in a way that affects the entire project. That's
very
good
cool.
for the entire project. She's very diplomatic, and she's a good kid. She's very generous.
I love that. See, yeah, that's all I keep on hearing. What's been your biggest takeaway from her? Your biggest lesson that you're like, man, I'm going to take forever from Eva?
To sleep for 8 hours a night.
Really?
She has to sleep 8 hours a night. She has to sleep 8 hours a night.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. But now that she has Santiago, good luck. Because once you have kids, you kind of never sleep again.
Right. That's not happening at all, at all, at all.
Yeah.
Now, actually, Alex, I want to go back a little bit to again the Latin roots. What music are you listening to nowadays? Like, what Spanish language music, or any classic that you're just always checking back and jamming to?
Well, I like old R&B, and Stella is now into the Blues Brothers because I was born and raised in Chicago, and we also live there. So we go there for a few months at a time. Usually in the summer. I don't know if we're going to go this summer. I'm not sure, but I love the Blues Brothers. That's one of my favorite all-time films.
Very cool.
Because it's hilarious, and because of the music genius in it.
It's a classic.
She's into blues. My little 8-year-old
cool.
is jamming to blues. And also because of my nana, my Teresa, who lives with us, not now, she's taking a little time off, but she listens to like ranchero and stuff.
I love that even more. That's great. That's
so my daughter, we listen to ranchero music, and my daughter knows it. And it's also Celia Cruz. We love Celia Cruz.
Beautiful. Yes.
So we're a very eclectic family as far as that goes.
You're musically, you're teaching her absolutely right. So good for you, Alex. I love that. Now let's bring it back a little bit to Latinos in Hollywood. I spoke to Nastassja Polanco actually last week, and she said that as Latinos, we need to do a better job, and not just in Hollywood, just all around, but we need to do a better job of supporting each other, of being there for each other. And I think it's getting better in Hollywood for that. I think for maybe a while, there was maybe a little bit of distancing. There maybe was enough of us, quite frankly, right?
Not even close. How
do you feel the environment is nowadays as regards to the Latinos in Hollywood supporting each other?
I think there's a whole group of young Latinos that sees what's going on and has a fresh outlook on things. And not only that, you got the balls. When you're young and crazy, you just go for it. And I think that is really that's brought a breath of fresh air into everything. And I don't think there's enough representation at all. We're extremely underrepresented, but not only in front of the camera. I think what's really important, and what is happening with people like Eva, like America, like Gina Rodriguez, me. There are a lot. Gloria Calderon, who does One Day at a Time.
Mm-hmm.
To be writers, to be producers, to be in the power seat, to be the ones making the decisions, not to be going to the producers and saying, "Hey, can we play this part?" No, we got to be the producers. So
absolutely.
So I think there's that wave that is happening, and has to happen more. We have to support each other, no matter if you're Colombian or you're Mexican or you're Puerto Rican or you're Cuban or we're Cubano, we're Mexican. No, just love and support each other. Love each other's food. Love each other's music. We have to stay together. We have to stay supportive of each other. Like each other on Instagram, even if you don't know who they are. If they've got a Lopez, follow.
I love that. Okay? I love that. That is fantastic.
You just got to keep it going no matter what.
That is super cool. I love that so much. Alex, well, with you being in front of the camera, acting behind the camera, producing, I definitely think we're heading in the right direction. Like you mentioned, and please, what I want just personally is I want to see your parents' love story be developed into a movie.
Right?
And I not only do I want to see that, if there's a role for me, let me know without a doubt. I'll be there in a second. But again, congratulations for everything. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Please take care during these uncertain times. It's a little bit wacky out there. But I definitely think you're doing it right with your daughter. Yes, absolutely. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you on set at Latinx Now one of these days.
Yay!
Bye.
See you soon. Bye. Thank you.
Good interview, Chris.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much. I absolutely love chatting with her because she's one of those that maybe isn't 100% Latina, right? Because she's got her Ukrainian background as well, but she's very proud to be Latina. And so that to me just means a lot. And she really does, go out there, and she identifies as Latina in her projects as well. So I don't know, I really had a really good conversation with that, because I think there's so many people out there that can identify with that.
Absolutely.
Cool,
I mean,
exotic.
yeah, and anybody that just wants to be Latino is like, you're already honored. You know how it is in our family. Bienvenido,
That
bienvenido.
is so true. I wish every culture was like ours. We're all super welcoming stuff.
Welcome. We've got food for everyone. It's so true, right? Yes. I love it. I love it. So yeah, obviously Alex is, and you know, anyone's welcome here on Latinx Now.
And you guys, don't forget to keep checking us out because we're on almost every day, except for Sundays. We take a break. But keep checking us out and all our social networks on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Latinx Now.
All right, guys, that's it, right? Ciao for now. No ciao for now. Yeah, so here we go.
Oh,
Ciao for now. Oh, sorry, it's the quarantine.
Bueno, acá estamos todos igual de encerrados y el que no está encerrado, enciérrese. El punto es que entonces nadie tiene excusa para no vernos.
Así es, y estamos todos los días, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes y hasta los sábados también.
Con distanciamiento, pero cerca a ustedes, así es que ya saben, lo que tienen que hacer es suscríbanse.
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 Es gratis.
Suscríbanse. Suscribe. Suscríbanse.